Okay. Now, yes, Anjali, can you tell us what all we learnt about the heart? Chalo.
Ma'am, we learned about conical muscle and
Learnt about?
conical muscle,
Haan, bolo. Very good.
radiation, and
Huh?
ma'am, radiation.
Pericardium.
Pericardium is the covering of the heart.
Haan. And what is the function of the pericardium? Chalo, let's revise all these
Means
questions
it
quickly.
it is used, means it protects heart from supplying more blood.
Extra
Yes,
blood.
yes,
Or
ma'am.
not supplying, from filling extra,
Yes, ma'am.
from overfilling. Okay, read this. It prevents the heart from overfilling and it fixes the heart in one place. So all this we had done. I'll quickly revise these. Okay, all these questions we'll revise a little quickly because we have some. One Yukti had joined late. Then Ananya has joined the class today. So what the size of the heart? Who can tell me what is the size of the heart? Quickly.
Means of this.
Size of our fist.
Of
Yes, ma'am.
the size of our fist. Very good. Where is the heart located?
Means
Right
between
towards the left,
the
between the left.
left.
Very good. Good. Towards the left side, between the lungs, slightly tilted towards the left side. What is the shape of the heart?
Means conical.
Cone shape.
Yes, it is conical in shape. What is the covering of the heart called?
Means pericardium.
बाकी लोग भी बोलो. Now Palak and Harshal will mute themselves. Others will answer now. So pericardium. And what is the function of the pericardium? Chalo jaldi se. Yukti, Anjali, Rasik, जिसको भी पता है बताओ.
The heart in one
Ma'am,
place.
it
Yes, very good.
prevents the heart from overfilling, and the pericardium fixes the heart in one place.
Very good. Next, now Anjali will answer.
Ma'am, what is the pronunciation? Can you repeat?
Pericardium.
Pericardium.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
P-E-R-I, peri. See, it's easy. Wait, let me write. Peri. P-E-R-I, peri. C-A-R-D, card. I-U-M-E-M. We have to join all these together. Pericardium. Okay. Now next, Anjali will answer. What is the heart made up of? Anjali? देखो इधर लिखा भी हुआ है सामने. What is the heart made up of?
Ma'am, should I tell?
No. Let Anjali answer. Anjali, tell. Huh?
Cardiac muscle.
Very good. The heart is made up of cardiac muscle fibers. Very nice. Now next question now. Rasik, you answer. How many parts is the heart divided into? देखो सामने लिखा हुआ है.
4.
जवाब दो.
मैम 4 पार्ट होते हैं.
अच्छा चलो बताओ कौन से?
लेफ्ट कार्डिकल, राइट कार्डिक.
It is divided into two halves, left side and right side.
यस
फिर वो
मैम.
left. So what divides the heart into left side and right side? What is the name of the muscle? यहाँ पे लिखा
Ma'am,
हुआ है.
can you explain this diagram what you have drawn?
It is so untidy. That day I couldn't draw also properly somehow. So if we look at the heart, First, let Ananya answer this. Then I'll explain. We'll go back to the video and we'll learn more. But I just wanted to revise it quickly. Ananya, can you read this? What divides
Yes,
the heart
ma'am.
into left and right side? What is the name? The
मैम आई कांट अंडरस्टैंड मुझको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मैम क्या लिखा है
ये लिखा है द
द
अब पढ़ो cardiac septum. What is the name?
septum it's prevent the
Oxygenated.
oxygenated and
Oxygenated means pure blood, which has oxygen.
yes ma'am
And deoxygenated means impure
Impure.
blood, which has carbon dioxide
yes ma'am
from mixing. Okay, so now I'll just
blood
explain. Wait.
yes ma'am
Read it. Read this. It prevents the
it prevents the can you pronounce
oxygenated.
oxygenated
Oxygenated. O-X-Y. Oxy.
oxy oxy
G-E. Gene. G-E-N-A. Gene.
genated
T-E-D.
oxygenated
Oxygenated.
and
Ah.
deoxygenated blood from mixing
Mixing. Bas. Ab ruk jao.
yes ma'am
Wait, I'll explain. See, this is the conical heart and it is divided into the right side and the left side. Okay? And this is the cardiac septum which is dividing it. This is what is dividing the heart into right side and left side. Then the right side is further divided into two parts, and so is the left side divided into two parts. So read this. Whose turn is it now? Who else is there in the class?
Ma'am, means there are total 4 pairs. Means
There's
four parts.
Four chambers. Four chambers. Sonia Thapa, read the next question. Is the heart divided further on the left and the right side? Padho ye wala question 9.
the heart is nutrient
Further divided.
further divided into two parts on each side. The upper part is called atrium,
Atrium. So, ab isme-
atrium
so
and
we have
lower part is called
ventricle. So this is what I have explained. So this is the atrium. These two are atrium and these two are ventricles.
Ma'am, means upper part atrium and lower part ventricles.
Yes, but we have the right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. Okay, so their
Okay,
functions will be different. So this is what I had tried to make. This hopeless figure that I have here is showing that only. So these are atrium, upper blue wale, lower part, these are ventricles, and this is the cardiac septum, and one side is deoxygenated blood, the other side is oxygenated blood. Okay, that's what I have shown in this. Have you understood?
yes ma'am.
Everybody's
ma'am.
understood, na?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, now next, Palak, your turn. Question 10.
Yes ma'am.
Describe the atrium.
Describe the atrium. Atrium has thin muscles. They are receiving chamber for blood from different parts of the body.
Okay, and why do they have thin muscles?
Because they pump blood only
To the
ventricles.
So what is happening now? If we see only the right side of the we have this atrium, and full heart, if we see, we have this heart, we have the atrium, and then we have the ventricles. This is in between the cardiac septum and these other ventricles. Okay. So now atrium are the upper parts. They have thin muscles, very thin muscles. Why? Because when the blood comes to them, they have to push it only into the ventricle. If the blood comes here also in the atrium, they have to push it only to the ventricles. They don't have to supply the blood to the whole body. Okay? So that is
Ma'am,
why.
because it is means oxygenated, no? So that
No,
is
one atrium, we'll see that one atrium receives deoxygenated blood and one atrium receives oxygenated blood. So that
okay,
is
ma'am.
why this cardiac septum is in between. Now this has received deoxygenated blood, this has received oxygenated blood. So now this cardiac septum does not allow these two bloods to mix, because oxygenated or pure blood has to go to all parts of the body, and the impure blood has to be oxygenated, it has to be made pure. So where is it made pure? Do you know? Anybody knows? Where is the
Ma'am,
blood?
ventricle.
No, it is made pure. It goes to the ventricle. From the ventricle, it is pushed out. But where does it get the oxygen? Where? How do we take in oxygen? Who can tell
Ma'am,
me?
from nose. By breathing. By
By
breathing.
breathing. Absolutely right. So when
And
we
miss
breathe,
with the
where
help
does
of
the
lungs.
yes, so it goes to the lungs when we breathe. So when it goes to the lungs, then what happens? The oxygen that we breathe in, that gets stuck to the RBCs. We know the blood is made has RBCs, which has hemoglobin, so it gets stuck on the hemoglobin. Then it becomes pure. It relieves the carbon dioxide which we throw out when we throw out our breath. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this much you've understood. Next is Yukti's turn. Describe the ventricle. Huh.
Yes, ma'am. Describe the ventricle. Ventricles supply blood to all the parts of the body. The right ventricle pumps to lungs.
Blood to the
Upon
lungs. Huh.
blood to the lungs. The left ventricle. Ma'am, what is after that?
The this means I am repeating the word pumps blood
With that
to
only pumps blood as lungs.
no
The left ventricle pumps blood to the all parts of the body. The ventricles have strong muscles.
the
Then
ventricles have strong
strong
muscles.
muscle.
Okay, why do you think they have? So now this is still where we had done in the last class. So now who can tell me, why do ventricles have strong muscles?
Miss, it helps
We had
to store blood.
huh? Write down.
It helps
Heart and
to
circulation.
uh, uh, circulating blood.
It helps in circulating blood. So what happens?
Miss, it
Question.
store the
What
blood.
was the question number? Why do ventricles? Write down the questions. You should have written all these. Why do ventricles have strong muscles? Palak, can you tell me?
Because it supplies heart to the whole body.
Heart nahi, supplies
It supplies
blood.
blood to the whole.
Yes. Because I'll start with because that's not a very good idea. So you should write ventricles have strong muscles because. So I'll put a dash, dash, dash in front, which you have to write. And then B will become small. So ventricles have strong muscles because they have to supply blood to all parts of the body. But there is one more thing that we need to understand. Let's watch the video and you'll understand more. Okay? So let me show you the video
मैम
again. Let's proceed.
मैं कर लूँ क्या?
Doesn't teach us to love. Stays in place. Chambers. Stop it, so. Ventricle also collects blood from the atrium and pumps it to different parts of the body. Thus, the ventricles are called discharging chambers.
Okay, so in the atrium, we get the blood. So they are called receiving chambers. What are the atriums called? Receiving chambers.
Receiving chambers.
Receiving chambers.
And ventricles are called?
Discharging chambers.
Very
Discharging chamber.
good. Yes, everybody should know. Hare, Himanshu hasn't come today? Okay, never
मैम
mind.
कर दूँ क्या लीव?
Huh?
मैम मैं लीव कर रहा हूँ, तबीयत खराब लग रही है।
Okay, bete. Go.
Just like coconuts have thick outer covering, ventricles have thick muscular walls. Why thick? Because the walls need more muscle tissue to generate enough pressure so as to pump blood out of the heart and distribute it to the entire body. Now, the left ventricle's wall is even more thicker than right ventricle's wall.
Okay, so the left ventricle wall, ye bhi yaad rakhna, is thicker. Can you see this? It is thicker than the right ventricle. Why?
Yes, ma'am.
Because from the right ventricle, the blood goes. See, what is happening?
Means
In
the
the
blood
right-
goes to the lungs.
So see, yes, only to the lungs. So here we are getting impure blood, which is being pumped into the right ventricle. From
Yes,
the
ma'am.
right ventricle, it goes into,
All parts of the body.
no, from the right ventricle, it goes to the lungs. So,
Means
okay, from the lungs,
Means from right side it only pumps blood to lungs,
yes,
but from left side it pumps blood to all body organs.
yes, it
Sense
pumps
organs.
blood to all body organs from the left
Okay.
side. Okay,
So that is why it is so
yes,
thick.
ma'am.
so that is why the left side muscles are thicker, they are even stronger. So atrium has thin muscles, this has medium size, right ventricle has medium sized muscles,
Left ventricle have
thickest muscles.
thickest. Yes, ma'am.
Thin, thicker, thickest. Okay? Adjective.
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay. Chalo. So now let's go further.
Because the right ventricle pumps blood only to the lungs, while the left ventricle has to pump it to the entire body, requiring much more pressure than the right ventricle. Now, let's talk about the valves of the heart. In total, we have 4 valves.
Okay, so we have valves in the heart also. Abhi tak we had just talked about 4 chambers, the cardiac septum and the pericardium. And now 4 chambers or atriums and ventricles. Now we have 4 valves. 4 valves. Listen carefully.
Miss, what is meant by valves?
Valves are like holes which open and close. Open and close. So this could be a valve. When it is closed, then I will not be able to supply anything. When it is open, I will be able to push something out.
Miss,
So-
like when it closes, it can't supply blood. And when it opens, it can supply blood.
Yes. So those valves, there are 4 types of valves. See, there have to be valves. Where all do we need valves? From right atrium to right ventricle, left atrium to left ventricle, right? So these become two valves. So we have these two valves. Now when this has to push blood, or first it has the right ventricle has to push blood to the lungs, it will go through some pipe. We'll get to know which pipe that is. So that also, for that also we'll need another valve. Okay, so Asad, I don't know whether he's joining or not. Ma'am, I forgot them the class. Oh, so let him join. Just
So what is that for? Means they are joined to each other.
no, they are separate. We'll just see how they are separate. Okay,
Yes.
we'll just see. So what I'm just explaining right now is that these valves are needed to stop and to allow blood flowing from receiving chambers to discharging chambers, from discharging chambers to lungs, from discharging chambers to all parts of the body. Okay, so only through these, so these valves play a big role in the circulation of the blood. Okay, so we'll just watch it. Okay, Asad, I know you are here. So now listen.
Tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve, pulmonary valve, and aortic valve.
So how many valves are there now? So let me give you the turns. First Yukti, then Ananya, then Anjali, then Harshal, then Palak, then what is your name? Sonia Thapa, then Asad. Okay, only these many children are there. So let's start. So I'm asking you a question now. So the question is, how many valves does the heart have? Yukti,
4 valves.
what are the names?
Tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve, allomer valve, and some circumolary valve.
Wait. So sweet. Wait.
Like
You have
that.
tried. Very good. Very good. So there are 4 valves in the heart. So
Miss, you can show that valve's name.
yes, I'm just writing. Namely, I'll just show it also so that you all can read properly. So there is tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve. This Yukti said absolutely correctly. Then there is this pulmonary valve. What is this? Pulmonary. What is the name?
Pulmonary. Miss,
Pulmonary.
pulmonary.
Pulmonary
Waves.
valve. Pulmonary valve. Okay.
Pulmonary valve.
And then fourth one is
Aortic valve.
Miss,
aortic valve.
Aortic valve.
Very good. So we'll write it down. All of you write down. Yes.
And pulmonary.
Can you pronounce the first valve?
Tricuspid valve.
Tricuspid valve. Okay, ma'am.
Bicuspid valve.
Miss, pulmonary valve.
Pulmonary, not pull. Pulmonary valve.
And aortic valve.
Pulmonary valve and aortic valve. Okay. Now you can already see, it is so easy when you see this diagram. Where is the tricuspid valve? It is between the right auricle and the right ventricle. Right atrium and the right ventricle. This is the tricuspid valve. Between the left atrium and the left ventricle, there is which valve? The
Miss
bicuspid.
bicuspid valve.
Bicuspid valve.
Yes.
valve.
You know what pulmonary means is something related to breathing, to lungs. That is why it is called pulmonary valve. So in the right ventricle, we have another valve which is called the pulmonary valve because right ventricle supplies to or supplies blood to lungs.
Lungs.
So the right
Lungs.
ventricle has the pulmonary valve. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And the left ventricle supplies to the whole body. For this whole body, there is a big pipe. Those are called, we have veins and arteries. So that's called aorta. What is it called? A-O-R-T-A. Aorta. Aorta. That is
Aorta.
why. So this will push the blood into aorta, that is why it is called the aortic valve. Okay? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody's
Yes,
understood.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So it is so simple. Once we understand the functioning of the heart, then we'll never forget it.
Ma'am, this lesson is interesting.
Yes, it is very interesting. Even I
Ma'am,
love this.
last lesson was very boring.
Miss, after that we can take about brain or lungs.
We can take, definitely. I was thinking we'll take about kidneys because we are doing about transportation and stuff.
Yes,
So
ma'am,
we
I can take that.
do the kidneys stuff. Okay, after this chapter is
Ma'am,
over.
can I send my lesson? Can you explain it? Because it is very hard and my first paper is science.
Okay, why don't you send it to me separately on the WhatsApp? So we'll
Okay,
see
ma'am.
where we fit it in. When are your exams starting?
From 7th August.
So I think we should be able to do
Miss,
it.
you can teach me
Okay,
first
ma'am.
because mine is about 26th July.
So send me, everybody send me. I can plan my schedule accordingly if you all send me your
Can
chapters.
you teach geography also? It is
Geography, abhi geography रहने दो. Let's take one subject at a time.
Miss,
Slowly
you
we
can
will.
teach geography because it is about nature.
I know it is about nature.
ma'am,
So
like
what?
tides, high tide, low tides, rotation and revolution.
I can explain to you separately also sometimes, but
Okay.
at the moment, whenever you have any difficulty, anybody can ask me any questions. Whatever I know, I'll tell you, I'll explain, I'll help you. But at the moment, let us get back to the circulatory system, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
You all
Okay,
can
ma'am.
send me your chapters separately on my personal WhatsApp. Then I'll try and schedule the classes accordingly. Nobody had sent, so I started with this. I thought this everybody should know. That's why I thought I'll start with this. Okay. So now let's go ahead. It is Ananya's turn.
What happens when you hop onto a flight? Can you just change your mind and ask the pilot to turn back?
Oh no!
Nope. Same with the four valves of the heart. They are fibrous flaps of tissue allowing the blood to flow in one direction only, and then they close tightly, preventing the backflow of blood. So they basically act like security guards. The tricuspid valve guards the opening between right atrium and right ventricle, while the bicuspid valve guards the opening between left atrium and left ventricle. Together, they are called atrioventricular valves.
Okay. Yes. So now your turn. Ananya, what is the function of the valves?
Yes, ma'am.
What is
Ma'am, the
wait?
ma'am,
What is the function of the atrioventricle valves? What is atrioventricle valves? First, tell me that.
atrium.
Ventricular valves. Tell me.
What is the function of the atrium?
Atrioventricular valves. What are the atrioventricular valves? Atrioventricular valves. Which valves are called atrioventricular?
Ma'am, should I tell?
See this? Yes, tell me, Ananya.
Yes, ma'am. Just
Which
2 minutes.
okay. Why 2 minutes? What is the problem in this? This is very easy. It is
Ma'am,
shown on the.
no, ma'am. Here's some network नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम सो आई बीच बीच में वीडियो भी बंद हो रही थी.
ओके कोई बात नहीं. अब देखो ये सामने दिखाया हुआ है एट्रियो वेंट्रिकुलर वाल्व्स. कौन से हैं ये? 2 वाल्व्स.
आप बोलो.
आप देखो
क्या
बेटे.
बोल रहे थे?
मैं ये बोल रही हूँ कि एट्रियो वेंट्रिकुलर वाल्व्स कौन से हैं? कौन से होते हैं? अभी हमने 4 वाल्व्स करे. ट्राइकस्पिड,
बाइकस्पिड वाल्व and aortic valve.
नहीं, एरोटिक वाल्व नहीं है, एट्रियो वेंट्रिकुलर. अब ध्यान दो, एट्रियम और वेंट्रिकल के बीच के वाल्व्स जो हैं उनको हम एट्रियो वेंट्रिकुलर वाल्व्स बोलते हैं. वो कौन से होते हैं? ट्राइकस्पिड और बाइकस्पिड. तो
Yes,
2
ma'am.
वाल्व्स हैं एट्रियो वेंट्रिकुलर वाल्व्स. ओके.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They both form the ventricular waves.
Valves बेटे.
Atrioventricular valves.
Just break the word.
Atrioventricular valve.
इसको ब्रेक करो. एट्रियो
Ventricular valve. Atrioventricular valve.
Yes. So atrio is for atrium. Ventricular is for
Ventricle.
Ventricle. Okay. सबको ये समझ आया ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. अभी अपना म्यूट करो सब बच्चे. हाँ. So what is the function of the atrioventricular valve? बताओ भैया. Valves.
No second.
Wait. Whose turn is it now? After Ananya? Anjali. Anjali's turn. Anjali, bolo. So what is the function of the atrioventricular valves? Tricuspid or bicuspid valve का क्या function है? फिर से दिखाऊं वीडियो?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll show you the video again.
It is a bodyguard.
How? Wait. Let us see. I'll show it from here. Okay. ध्यान से देखना अंजलि, you have to answer.
Valve and aortic valve. What happens when you hop onto a flight? Can you just change your mind and ask the pilot to turn back?
Oh no!
Nope. Same with the 4 valves of the heart. They are fibrous flaps of tissue allowing the blood to flow in one direction only, and then they close tightly, preventing the backflow of blood. So they basically act like security guards.
Okay, so tell me now, Anjali.
Ma'am,
Yes. They
push the blood on the ventricle part, and then they
very good. Then they
fix tightly. So
Close
the blood.
does not flow back. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they allow blood to go to ventricles
Take the close.
and then close tightly.
Yes, ma'am. Like a gate.
Yes. Why? So that blood cannot go back. They gave the example, if you are, even if you are on a bus and the bus starts moving, bus mein to you can ask the driver to stop and you can get off. But when you are flying in the air in an aeroplane, you can't ask the pilot to stop and you will get off. You can't get off. You can't even turn back. Once it has
Miss,
left,
we
it will
can't
go.
open the windows in aeroplane.
No, you can't. You are in the air.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is what. So that is how these atrioventricular valves function. So they are like
Security.
security guards who won't let blood to go back into the atrium. Okay. Next, whose turn is it? Whose turn is it after Anjali? Palak?
Miss,
Palak.
my
Palak, then
Miss
Harshal, then
after no miss after me is Palak.
okay, then Harshal, then Palak, then Sonia, then Anas. Okay, Harshal, now listen to it very carefully.
The tricuspid valve guards the opening between right atrium and right ventricle, while the bicuspid valve guards the opening between left atrium and left ventricle. Together, they are called atrioventricular valves. Pulmonary valve guards opening between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery, while aortic
Okay, so now what is happening?
Miss that
valve guards opening between left ventricle and aorta.
Okay, so now tell me what happened.
Ma'am, can you explain this?
I'll just explain a little and then I'll ask Harshal the
Miss
question.
the pulmonary valve
Pulmonary valve. Okay.
opens the gate and
हाँ,
it goes out of that heart.
So from the right ventricle, RV is the right ventricle. This opens the gate. Blood goes into the pulmonary
Pulmonary valve
artery.
artery.
So artery and veins are the pipes through which blood flows. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So one thing you all need to remember is arteries mostly carry oxygenated blood.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes,
veins,
ma'am.
carry deoxygenated blood or impure blood.
Yes.
Now I have a question for you, Harshil.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, when in the right ventricle, what do we have? Deoxygenated blood or oxygenated blood?
Ma'am, Miss oxygenated.
No,
Miss
from the
deoxygenated blood.
Oxygenated blood.
yes, very good, everybody. So this right ventricle has deoxygenated blood. So it is pushing this deoxygenated blood into what?
Ma'am,
Pulmonary
Artery.
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 And I just said that arteries carry oxygenated blood, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the only artery in the body that carries deoxygenated blood or impure blood. So you should remember this. Pulmonary artery is the only artery which contains impure blood. From the pulmonary artery, it is connected to the lungs. It goes to the lungs. Okay? So remember that.
Miss means Miss, you have said
Yes, what? What is the confusion? Ask me. Yes,
Miss,
ask.
you have said that it carries deoxygenated blood.
Yes, it carries deoxygenated blood. So only one artery in the whole body, carries deoxygenated blood. And what is the name of that artery?
Miss pulmonary.
Pulmonary artery. Okay?
Miss, but here it is given oxygenated blood.
No, deoxygenated only is going there.
Miss, in veins it is you have given.
That's what I'm saying. So this is an exception. That's why I'm trying, pushing it through your mind. You have to remember all arteries in the body contain oxygenated blood, except for pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery contains deoxygenated blood, except pulmonary artery. सिर्फ एक आर्टरी है बॉडी में जिसमें इम्प्योर ब्लड है, बाकी सारी आर्टरीज में प्योर ब्लड होता है, ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड होता है. ओके,
Yes.
so this is
Yes,
an
ma'am.
exception. You have to remember this. Okay, understood or not, everybody?
Yes.
If there
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
if there is still some confusion, you can ask me. Okay, now let us see what questions we can write here. What is the function of pulmonary valve? Answer, Harshal.
Means it supplies the blood. Means
Hmm.
it opens the valley, and
Valve is,
it supplies the blood from the
Hmm.
heart to the other bodies or lungs.
or nahi, one thing you have to tell me, from which part of the heart to which vein or artery and to which organ?
Uh,
It pumps the blood
it pumps the blood from
from
pulmonary valley,
where? From the
heart,
right ventricle
right ventricle
to
to left ventricle.
no
Means to the pulmonary valley.
pulmonary artery,
Artery. Yes.
not valley, artery. You have to remember these words, artery. Okay, it pumps the blood from the right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, and
Means it
then
goes.
closes tightly. Then it does not allow this blood to come back.
Yes, ma'am.
Like the atrioventricular walls, the pulmonary valve also closes tightly. Otherwise, the blood will not be able to go to the lungs. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo, next, whose turn is it now? Palak's. Palak, I hope you are understanding.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now
Together,
see.
they are called semilunar valves.
Oh, we forgot about the aortic valve. So Palak will tell me. What is the function of the aortic valve?
Oh,
What does the aortic valve do? If you want me to repeat the video, I can.
yes, ma'am. Please repeat the video.
Okay, so that means everybody is not paying attention when the video is running properly. Everybody is not paying proper attention that time. Never mind, I'll run it again. My purpose is not to test anybody. My purpose is to that everybody learns something. And I want
Valves.
all of you to learn.
Pulmonary valve guards opening between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery, while aortic valve guards opening between left ventricle and aorta. Together, they are called semilunar valves.
Okay, so now tell me. So what is the function of the aortic valve? Yes, Palak?
It's open.
Hmm?
It's opening from left ventricle and right atrium.
No, see, again, I'll draw this. Ye dekho. This is the ventricle, this is the septum, this is the ventricle, this is aorta, atrium. Here there is this pulmonary artery. Then here there is aorta, the name of this vein. This is a vein, aorta. Aorta is the only vein which contains pure blood. Pulmonary artery,
Oxygenated blood, ma'am.
aorta is the, but it is a vein, and it can get, pulmonary artery is an artery. It should have oxygenated blood, but it has deoxygenated blood. Aorta is a vein and it has oxygenated blood. Normally, okay, so the aortic valve, it acts as a guard, or we'll write in simpler terms, it pumps blood from, बताओ मेरे को, pumps blood from where to where, Palak? From?
Left ventricle to aorta.
Yes, left ventricle to aorta, and then closes tightly.
They are together for. Yes.
It does not allow. So what are pulmonary and aortic valves called together? Which are the, what is the name that we saw?
Semilunar valve.
Very good. Which are the semilunar valves? The pulmonary
The aortic.
and aortic. These two are called semilunar valves. Okay? Understood?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go ahead
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
Sonia Thapa and then Asad's turn. Hopefully we'll complete the video today.
Atrioventricular, semilunar sounds like the names of some Star Trek guys. Some. So that was all for the structure of the heart. Now let's understand its working. But before that, let me ask you something. Why is the heart so important? Can't we survive without it? Depends. Can you survive without oxygen? No, right? Who is the guy making sure that every cell of our body gets oxygen? The heart. It pumps blood through the entire body, supplying oxygen and nutrients to the cells and removing carbon dioxide and waste materials from them. This movement of blood through the entire body is called circulation of blood. Let's understand this movement.
Okay, before we go into understanding the movement, Sonia, why is the heart important? जल्दी से बताओ. Why is the heart important? Sonia, where are you? Are you there or not? Is she there? Wait, Yukti and Harshal. Somebody has sent. I don't think Sonia is there. So we'll go to Asad. Asad, are you there? Asad is also not there. वो अपनी टर्न आने से पहले ही भाग गए. चलो युक्ति, your turn again.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, question, why is the heart important? Ma'am, heart is important because otherwise, without heart, we can't survive.
Okay, I'm writing without heart we cannot survive. Why?
Ma'am, then circulation of blood will not there.
So what will
And
happen?
Ma'am, then without blood, we can't, what do you say, we can't survive.
Why can't we survive without blood?
Ma'am, because it is the main for our survival. Oxygen, water, and blood.
So what is happening? Why is oxygen, water, blood is fine, but why is heart important? Because it does
Ma'am,
what?
because it has a circulation of the blood, and then it has pured, means pured
Yes.
oxygen blood, and not pured oxygen blood.
Wait,
Huh.
wait. So very good. I can
This
see that you have
oxygen
understood.
blood, this
Without heart,
oxygen blood.
without heart, we cannot survive because.
Miss, I can tell.
Okay, tell. Let me see what you say. Let Ananya try first. It is Ananya's turn.
Ma'am, she
not
left.
this.
She left?
Yes.
Miss,
Okay.
only 5 students are there. Four
Ne-
students.
Never mind. The students who
Miss,
want to learn are there.
without heart, we cannot survive because in the blood circulation there is oxygen and nutrition.
Hmm.
And ma'am, it pumps the blood,
Hmm.
and without blood, we can't survive.
Okay. Without
And
blood, we cannot survive.
it
Let me ask
uh,
Anjali
it
also what
takes
she
the
has to say.
carbon dioxide and produce the oxygen.
Produces, nahi, it exchanges oxygen in the
Yes, ma'am.
lungs. Ah, the lungs exchange the oxygen. Yes, let me see what Anjali has to say. Yes, Anjali, why is the heart important? Bolo, bolo, Anjali. Let me see what you have to say.
I don't understand.
You didn't understand anything at all. Okay, let me ask Palak, then I will explain in Hindi and English both. Palak, yes.
Ma'am, I'll say in my own words because that time I had a call. So,
What?
I'll explain in my own words because
Ye-
that time I had a call.
Yes, you explain in your own words. Of course, I
The
want everybody to explain in their own words only. I don't want you to ratto.
yes, ma'am. The blood, no, the heart pumps blood to our body with oxygen and nutrients, and we need blood, oxygen, nutrients to survive.
Okay, good, good. Yes, so that is the main purpose. So without heart, we cannot survive because it pumps
Blood.
blood to blood with oxygen
Oxygen
and
and
nutrients.
nutrition.
Nutrients with oxygen and nutrients to all parts of our body, which is
Important
for our
body.
survival. If we don't get water, oxygen, nutrients, then we will not be able to live.
Miss,
Right?
what is the function of the blood?
Fun-
Miss, without blood, we can't live. Why, ma'am?
because function of the blood, because blood has those cells to which oxygen is attached. We have done this. Okay. Then oxygen is attached, nutrients are attached. Then it has plasma also. So it has water also in it. Then it has the white blood cells. It has also the guard cells in it,
Miss,
which are
red
the,
blood cells.
so this is the red blood cells. Guard cells are the white blood cells. And then we have what? We have platelets, which allow what? Heal injuries.
Yes, ma'am.
So see how much important blood is. And all parts of our body need all these three things. So all these three things come to us through the heart because the heart is pumping the blood. It is also sending the blood to the lungs to become pure, and it is then sending it also to all parts of our body. So we get all these things through the blood only. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody understood? So next we will do, because many children have left, next we will do in the next class. Meanwhile, what you all can do is, as a bonus to all of you, so the rest of it we'll do in the next class. Very few, 2 minutes video is left. But I'll attach that here. I want you to learn how to draw the human heart. Okay, so I'm just showing it to you. This is a video. It will help you to draw the human heart. See this. Very neatly you'll be able to draw. I'll post it in the assignment, today's assignment. So what is this that is being made? This is the aorta. Okay, to which through the aortic valve it goes. See now. And this is the pulmonary vein which is being made. Okay? And all these are connected to the heart. There is something else also which we have not yet covered, but you can all see this. How you can make a heart. See how neatly the heart has been made. So this is the tricuspid valve. This is the pulmonary valve. This is the aortic valve. This is the bicuspid valve. This is the atrium, left atrium. And in between here is the cardiac septum. And it is also showing, they are showing from where the blood is going, from where it is coming back. So the arrows are showing where the blood is going outside the heart, or it is coming inside the heart. From where to where
Miss, I
it is.
will send by drawing this heart.
Everybody should draw. So the entire thing will be it will be labeled also. See, finally we have such a beautiful heart. Okay, so I'll send this video. All of you should draw this human
Color,
heart.
it is okay.
Huh?
Miss, without color, it is okay.
Yes, without color also it is okay. I have no problem in that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the same assignment which I had sent last time. Assignment number 25. So all the questions and answers that we did last time and we did this time, and plus the drawing of the heart you all have to make. Okay? So I don't know whether I stopped the stream recording or not. Let me stop the recording now first.